Rhinite's Extreme Vision Review. I got the S8 in today. This thing was supposed to have dual GPS, you know, but as you, look at the condition the box is. It's in pretty rough condition, so I'm gonna check it out, see. Let's see here. It's really small and light, like very flimsy plastic. Let's see. 2 propellers, charger, screws, screwdriver, and landing. And that's the camera. And it is just very cheaply made. Look at that. You got instructions. Propeller protectors. Camera holder or phone holder. Remote, which is very, this is like one of them cheap dollar market style. And then I guess a warranty thing. Let's see. It doesn't say what kind of warranty it has on it, but anyway, so I'm gonna put this thing together real quick. Ain't much to it, and we're gonna check it out and see what it does. So far, I'm really not impressed with it. It ain't at all what I was really expecting. It definitely is not a dual GPS. There's really no way this thing. I looked at the instructions, looked at the box, nothing on any of this says dual GPS like it does on the listing. So I'm going to put this thing together and then we'll go from there and see what it does. Alright, here's the finished product as you assemble it. This camera is really cheap. But it does have FPV. And the remote is just like the S8 clips. So now we're going to try it, see how it flies. This thing I don't recommend buying at all. One, the listing says it's dual GPS. This is not even a GPS drone. So automatically deception. To me anyway. This thing is very cheaply made. The quality of this, even the remote, it feels like it something out of the dollar market that you can get for like 20 bucks. You know, the little cheap cars and remote control cars and stuff they get, and they're so the way they feel and everything, that's what this feels like. Like $15, $20 rated RC from dollar market's what this thing feels like. It don't fly bad, don't get me wrong. It flies pretty good. Of course, you can see the videos. Now, of course, it's really windy outside, so I had to do everything in the house, unfortunately. Now, one thing that kills this thing is, this is a worldwide thing, and I understand everybody speaks a different language. But if you're going to sell something to the United States, why is that in Chinese or Japanese? I don't know which one it is. Like, none of the buttons are in English. Nothing. Now, the instructions is two-sided, so you got that and English. Well, the problem is on the English side is very broken, and they're not listed properly. One, like this button here, it says it's the light control. That's not what that is. This controls the speed. It's 3 speeds, like normal, 1, 2, and 3. Then this top button here, it states short press, left, right hand, long press exchange button. What does that mean? Now, the only thing I can think of is you hit it and you can go to mode 1, hit it again, you can go to mode 2. I think you can do that with it. I'm not 100%. I didn't try it. I was just trying to see how the camera worked, see if it operate properly before I go getting any real deep into it. Then, of course, it's got 2 buttons. One's emergency stop, and the other one's the takeoff and landing. But on both of them, it's got below it height control. Now, I tried long press both of them to see if it did anything, and it doesn't. So there is no height control on it. Now, it does automatically kind of hover, but it doesn't hover very well. It's too, it's not bouncy, and it's not really hard to keep up and down, but it doesn't hold its position. It'll hover a little bit and it'll start dropping. Then you gotta bring it back up and it'll start dropping back down. Now there's a couple times where it actually stayed, but most time it just kept drop, but it was a slow drop. So it was very easy to control as far as that went. But like I said, it's very broken English, very hard to understand. It doesn't tell you a lot about how to do anything. It does say that you can do tell you how to do the gyro reset on it. The gyro reset wouldn't even work. I actually had to do that through the app. But it doesn't, and it tells you how to change the battery, how to charge the battery, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't tell you anything else. Oh, and the 3D flips and throwing flight instructions. But that's all it really tells you as far as how to operate it. Then, of course, you have the app thing. Now, the app has got a lot of functions to it. It does have a light control, it shows, but the lights don't. You turn it off, the lights stay on. The lights don't go off and on this. Oh, not on this one. But on this, it states it has return, or the back button to get to the home page. Take photo, record video. Photo and video playback, altitude hold, which, like I said, even on this it didn't work. Your speed control, 30, 60, and 100. Gravity sensor mode, which you're supposed to be able to fly with tilting your phone which direction. I didn't try that one yet. Then you got hide and show, light control, which we already said. Camera flip to flip. How your phone's set depending on how you want your camera set up. 3D view, which has FPV. Flight path, you're supposed to be able to do your flight path, but I wasn't able to get that to come up right. I hit the button, but it wouldn't show me anything. So I don't know how that's supposed to work, if it does at all for this one. It says it's supposed to, but I wasn't able to get it to work. Then you got gyro calibration, which is what I had to use on the phone because for some reason it wouldn't work on the remote. Headless mode, 1 key return I didn't try out yet. 360 does do a flip, but it does like huge flips, not tight. Like my Aero Acrobat, it's about the same size. I can do them in the house, no issue. This one does them a lot bigger than that, so it's not a real tight, so be careful if you do them. Emergency stop does work. One key takeoff works, one key landing works. Of course, throttle control, left, right, because you can't control everything with the remote, and it does have voice control. But in order to use it, you have to turn the remote off, the main remote, and then it'll function from. Well, a lot of these functions you have to shut the main remote off in order for them to work on your phone, which is common to happen. Now, in order to start the Blaze, it does have a fail-safe to start the Blaze. Like more, it's become more and more common with them. You can either use the takeoff, the auto takeoff. You hit it once, it'll start it up. You hit it again, it'll take off. You hit it a third time, it'll come down. Or you can push these out, down and out, like that right there, and the Blaze will start up. So there's two ways to start it, so that's pretty good. But with everything I've done, and it's supposed to have caps on the top of these right here. They fly off. I mean, I've lost two of them. Actually, I lost all four, but I found two. I found two, and I can't find the other two. The camera, you have to actually move yourself. It doesn't have an actuator on it, so, which kind of sucks because if you bump something, I mean, it's real easy to move. I mean, it don't take nothing to move it. Like, if you're flying and you get a good gust of wind, the wind will move that camera. So and there's no way to tighten it up. Well, you probably could. You'd have to take it apart to do it, but it ain't worth all that. The gimbal on it isn't like the other ones. I don't know if you can fit anything else on this or not. Let's see. I forgot what I did with mine. I thought they were right behind me, but I guess not. It don't look like it. It looks like it's smaller, but it's got this thing's rounded off instead of it having like the normal way they are, just slide in and they lock into place. Well, this one don't have that. It's just rounded and it doesn't have a lock either. But you can take the actual camera off the gimbal itself. Now that you might be able to put something else on, and just use that gimbal as an adapter. Which one day I might try it, but any other style camera that would fit it would probably be pretty heavy for this, because this copter isn't very. I mean, it's very, very light. I don't think it would be able to handle an action camera or anything bigger than that, to be honest with you. But I'll try it one day just to see if it'll work. If it don't, it don't. No, I think that's pretty much it. I think that one goes for almost like $40-50 on eBay. I don't recommend it at all. Not for that price. Now, if they were like 20, maybe $30, then maybe I could see paying that. But almost $50 for this, I don't. It don't, like I said, maybe if it had the GPS, then yes, I can see that. But considering it doesn't have a GPS set up on it, then I don't see paying more than $30 for this drone. So if you can't find it cheaper than that, I wouldn't even waste my time with it. Like I said, the box come in all crushed up. I'm surprised the drone's not broke all the crap. I mean, the camera's not bad quality, but it's not the best either. So I really don't recommend this drone at all. Like I said, if you can't get less than $30, just stay away from it. There's better options out there for the price. Like that, the Hubsan 107 Seagrant is a little drone, but the camera's great. It takes an SD card. It doesn't have FPV, but it's a great flying drone. I would take that over this any day of the week. So my personal opinion is out the window on this drone. It's not worth the money. It's cheap made. Then it's been about a month since I ordered it, and it took so long to get it. So yeah, it's just not worth it, not one bit. So stay away from, if you see them on eBay, you think you're getting a good deal on them, don't even try it. This is called the S8, which, like I said, I guess it's supposed to be the knockoff of X8 SEMAs, but it's not even close to a SEMA. Like, the remote looks like a SEMA Pro, the way it's set up, but everything's just so cheaply made, it's not even funny. It takes a good drop, it's shattered. I really don't feel like, it feels like just straight up fiberglass is what it feels like. It has no flex to it. You flex it just a little bit and you can hear it cracking. So, yeah, it's horrible. I just can't express how much I do not like this drone. So, not for the price anyway. So, yeah, that's definitely a thumbs down, no go. Do not buy this drone. I said I waited almost a month for it to get here. I think it was like $48 for it on eBay. It's not. I don't care for it at all, to be honest with you. I said you got plenty of other options that are actually cheaper and 20 times better than this. So that's my review on this. This is Ryan Knights from Extreme Vision Review. Y'all have a great day.
Got juice, got that drink, got that coffee, got food, got copter.
Talk about the copter. What does the copter got?
Got pair. Got boy guards. Got boy guards?
Yeah. What
got
else?
Those?
What else?
Got dough padders. Got dough padders. Got that powder.
And what else has it got?
Got that. Got that. Got whites. Got whites. Got whites.
Yeah.
That mode. That copter.
What has it got on the bottom of it?
Camera. Yeah. Got those. Got those. Here.
Oh, talk about the remote.
Got mode. Got this. Got buttons. Got light. Copter.
What's this called? The book. What's it called?
It's done.
Yeah.
Those what? Those weights? Those mama weights? The mama fingers? The mama fingers?
Yeah.
Oh. In Bible? Oh, right. The mama fingers in Bible.
Ah.